Probably the final play of the game in regulation. It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot. Jones made the tackle. And the Rams have won the Super Bowl.
No line. The game is over. The game is over.
Now every Super Bowl should have an ending such as this. Down on the 1-yard line, a terrific play call.
Tonight, a dynasty is born, baby.
Have been struggling all season. They have lost 7 of their last 8, and 3 in a row. Bobbling it is Thomas, and Thomas is buried inside the 5-yard line, and a fumble, and it is recovered by Atlanta. Big weapon, and the pass into the end zone, caught, touchdown. Matt Ryan to Tevin Coleman. Coleman to the 5, and does he get in? Touchdown. At 15 now, short drop by Goff, and the pass is going to be intercepted by Deion Jones, and Deion Jones will run it in for the touchdown. Here is Matt Ryan with loads of time, and all alone is Taylor Gabriel for the touchdown. Here's Tevin Coleman, and he'll get in. Touchdown.
Ability to diagnose and make plays with this offense.
2nd and 12, watch out from behind. He gets hit, and it was Vic Beasley who picks up the loose ball, fumble recovery, and a touchdown. All of the other thousands who are here.
I asked Kevin Demar point blank last night. I say, so are you bringing Jeff Fisher back? Does he have extension? He said, well, we're talking about it. He said, he asked me, I said, what do you think? I said, my honest opinion? I said, no. I said, I'm just going to be honest. I said, look, he's had 5 years. 5 years of losing. I mean, why would you bring him back? I mean, I asked him, I said, where are the naked pitches at? I said, that's the only, yeah, he must got something on someone because 5 years is enough. Jared Goff, to me, when I look at him, it's unfair to judge him because the offense, I said it was high school. People call it middle school. I think Todd Gurley called it middle school. I've been saying that for weeks.
Remedial.
Man, it's just so, we open up the game. It's going, I know the plays. It's going to be a run up the middle. It's going to be a check down or a 5-yard out. You can count on that. And if we get a big play, it's going to be a holding penalty. It's going to come back. So, you know, those are the things you can count on.
As a former Ram, how does it all play to you? Do you think it was the right time, the right stadium? Like, how does it play to you when you wake up with these Rams? Are you proud? Are you embarrassed?
Well, for as a play that I've seen, it's embarrassing. But I'll say this much here. A lot of those guys are playing their hearts out. You know, that defense plays hard. Not saying all the offense doesn't play hard. Not saying all the players don't play, but they play hard. It's embarrassment in some ways because I feel like this was where the Los Angeles Rams should have never left. And if we don't wake up and get it together, I'm just saying, if the Raiders would happen to show up in town,
they'd take the city over.
The Rams would be the Clippers of the 80s. They'd be like, who? Oh, we ain't going to
If the Raiders were in town today,
it would be over.
They would take the city over.
They would take this. It would be Raider everything. I mean, we have loyal fans too. We do. But the Raider fans are a different breed. And you know what? I can say this much. I played for the Raiders 1 year. I'm happy for those fans because they were just like us. They've been waiting 12 or 13 years for a winning season. We've been waiting since 2003 to have a winning season. You can go back and say, well, we were 8-8. 8-8 is you're a loser. If you're happy with that, you're a loser.
And that's intercepted. Brandon Williams has a Cardinal touchdown. You know, Kevin Demoff, the COO, said the interview process will start soon enough. They don't need to hire a big-name rock star head coach. They just want to get the right guy in here to lead the team.
I couldn't agree with you more. Got to have somebody that comes in with a vision. What they do need is a guy that can fix the offense, that can lead this offense, get, you know, their #1 pick from this year on track, surround them with guys, and find a way to score some points. I mean, they just don't score points in this building. This is an embarrassing loss for them to end the season here, only 6 points on the board.
But for the next Ram head coach, some of that defensive talent you talked about, a young quarterback, what they do appreciate is Stan Kroenke, an owner who gave Jeff Fisher 4+ years.
The Rams have a new head coach. They just named Sean McVay, Redskins offensive coordinator.
A 30-year-old coach.
Yes.
Wondering how old he is. Let's take a look. There he is right there. Again, it looks like an intern of some sort.
Yes.
Nice hair, by the way.
Yeah.
Got good hair right there.
Yeah.
19 quarterbacks older than Sean McVay started an NFL game this season, according to SportsCenter.
Yes.
More ageism. Jeff Fisher's mustache is apparently older than John McVay.
Yeah. And if we ever wanted to do this off of like drop back, I'm just showing a great route from Julio right here. All right. Watch him. Shoulders vertical, middle of the numbers, throws the brakes on. Again, he's off drop back, so you see him really throw this on his second hitch. All right, but watch when this ball is let go and see where he is on that. All right, that's called great anticipation. And we got to work these to get a feel and trust we're going to be on the same page, all right? But that's what it's got to take to be what we want to be in the pass game, especially on these play actions.
He's so young, he can't remember the. Oh, that's not right there.
Intercepted. Tremaine Johnson down the sideline. Johnson. Goff. Hand off to Gurley. Gurley. Oh, the second effort by Gurley. He's in. Touchdown Rams. Goff. Attention hands up. Throws it. End zone. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp. They get Goff. The time. Downfield. Get his system. Tolzien. Intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner. Goodbye. Touchdown Rams. This guy's a master. That's it. The Los Angeles Rams with an impressive NFL kickoff weekend victory.
5 receivers out there. Hoyer can't get the play off. Aaron Donald with the big one for the Rams. Third down here. Gurley will run to the left and accelerate, get the first down and more.
Fake to Austin. Goff fires. Catch made. It's Todd Gurley. And Todd Gurley is in for a Rams touchdown.
So let me get this right. The Rams had the best quarterback on the field yesterday. They had the best running back on the field yesterday. They had the best coach on the sideline yesterday. And they had a defense that made plays when they needed to. So they had 4 out of it. I couldn't see how they could lose.
Beautiful sun splash day, and this one is underway, and the kick into the end zone being run out by Cooper from 4 yards. And Cooper still on his feet, gets extra yards down the sideline. Pharaoh Cooper trying to outrace the Jaguars, and he will. No flags are down. Pharaoh Cooper looking for him, and the kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and it's run in.
And they run a little game on the inside. Corey Littleton just lays out, takes it right off the foot of the...
Throw pass to Woods, and Robert Woods takes it inside the 30 to 20, on third down at 33. The Rams capitalize a 52-yard catch and run. Fake to Gurley on 2nd and 6. Goff fires downfield. It's Sammy Watkins. Touchdown Rams.
They've won their last 2 games by a combined score of 84 to 17. Play action from Goff. Goff, deep ball. Robert Woods, he's got it. Robert Woods, he is gone. Touchdown Rams.
You get some help. You get help on the offensive line. You get a new coach, new philosophy, and yes, this kid can play. You'll see it today. Gurley is running back. And they fake to him, across the middle, and he's got a hook up here with Watkins. And Sammy Watkins.
Up to the sideline. Goff showing off the wheels, gets to the side and throws the ball. And Cook, a big play. Gets him in.
By the way, for the Rams, this now ensures they have their first non-losing season since 2006.
Wilson in trouble, and down he goes, and a penalty to boot.
Aaron Donald got there first. Here's Wilson. Quinn coming with pressure. Wilson dropped the football. It's loose, and the Rams have it. Line, pressure. Wilson in trouble. Wilson running for his life. Aaron Donald threw it backwards to feel good as Wilson back to throw. In trouble, and he's sacked for the 7th time today.
You know, you go into a season hoping you can finally make the playoffs after their long drought, hoping you can have an effect on the division. Their sights now get to be set higher.
And that was impressive. That's the bottom line. An impressive win for the Rams. 42-7 over the Seahawks to take control in the NFC West here today.
And a team that won 4 games last year under first-year head coach Sean McVay on their way to clinching the NFC West. The greatest show on turf, the St. Louis Rams put up numbers, but from averaging 14 points a game to averaging 31 a game, and the Rams stuck on 27 today. One of the most amazing turnarounds in 1 year in NFL history.
I said earlier that Watkins gets a one-on-one in this situation. They throw the slant. I'm going to guess Dan Quinn does not give him that opportunity. Nope, he's down inside in the bunch.
Yeah, he's in the bunch. He's the front man in that bunch. Number 12. And you got Goff. And Goff looking, and it is not caught. Is there a flag? There is no flag. Deion Jones, his group, 4th down and 6 here. Goff throws. He throws a wobbly pass that is incomplete. Robert Woods was the intended receiver, and that will write a finish to this one. So the Rams, their dream season comes to an end, but this is too good of a team not to wind up as contenders for a long time, you would think. Brilliant young coach, quarterback, even though tonight was not their night. And
Mike Garafolo here with a massive trade. Brandon Cooks from the Patriots, Mike, to the Rams.
Aqib Talib traded from the Broncos to the Rams.
Take us through this deal. How did this all happen? It's seemingly pretty fast to send Marcus Peters, or at least agree in terms for Marcus Peters to come to L.A.
Ndamukong Suh reached agreement with the Los Angeles Rams on a 1-year, $14 million contract. He took less to go to L.A. over the other teams that he had been talking to.
The Rams have obviously been on Rodeo Drive here for about 4 weeks. They got on a shopping spree. And they got Ndamukong Suh. And they got Marcus Peters. And they got Sam Shields. And they got Aqib Talib. And now they got Brandon Cooks.
what a throw! Cooper Kupp. Goodbye. Touchdown Rams. First down, LA going for the whole thing. Cooks. These Rams are on their way to 4-0 for the first time since 2001. When the organization was in St. Louis, Kurt Warner was the quarterback, and they ended up in the Super Bowl to take on Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Jared Goff had a Hollywood night last night. He was lighting up the sky like spotlight passes across the sky.
You got the QBR. Perfect.
No, it's
perfect.
Beautiful. It wasn't perfect.
Quarterback rating. It was 158. 158.
10 yards of play, 13 yards of pass, multiple weapons. Folks, this is the best offense I have seen in the NFL, top to bottom, coaching to punter to kicker for a decade. This is it. Left tackle, great. Right tackle, great. Quarterback, running back, tight ends, coach, coordinators. Great, 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 great. They had 6 third downs all night. They don't even get to third down. By the way, Jared Goff had the highest quarterback rating ever. Perfect quarterback rating. Yes, he had 158 quarterback rating and the most pass attempts for anybody ever with a perfect passer rating.
And helping us honor our country tonight. And now this game.
9-1 against 9-1. The first game between two teams, each averaging at least 33 points per game this deep into the season. Chiefs won the toss. They deferred. The Rams will receive. So Jared Goff is only 24. He's playing with the command of an all-pro veteran. Northern California Bay Area native from small Marin Catholic High School. Here's Goff on play action. And wide open is Reynolds. Play action again with tempo to get up to the line. Cracking it up downfield. He wants Woods. It's now all of a sudden first and goal, Kansas City. Crossing route. Conway. Touchdown, Chiefs. Goff on first down. Everett in stride. Wow! Touchdown. Wind it up. Downfield, a wobbler is intercepted. Mahomes. He escapes that. Then launches it downfield. And it's intercepted by Joyner. Look at that reaction.
And hard to find a better regular season game that I've seen in my lifetime. It certainly was the greatest regular season game that I've witnessed, and I've been in this business for about 25 years, and I can't count the amount of games that I have been to in my career. But this was something special to behold. I mean, back and forth. But to be here in this moment, you're talking about 90 to 100,000 people. There wasn't an empty seat in the house. There wasn't standing room. It was something spectacular to behold.
13-win Rams team, there are far more expectations of what they're going to be done to avoid the one and done last year. How much pressure is on Sean McVay and the Rams?
I think that's kind of the story of this franchise right now. Like the LA Rams for the last 20 years have been awful. All right, now they put together back-to-back double-digit win seasons. So you don't put together, you don't go get Ndamukong Suh, you don't trade for Talib, you don't go get the other Marcus corner. Peters. Like you don't go get those guys and be like, I'm satisfied with the divisional playoff. So
no, not only are they so all in on this season because of the one-year acquisitions, because of what they did this offseason. If they go 13 wins and lose to Dallas at home, that is going to be, fair or not, a stinging indictment on what they've built there. So that's where I think they have enormous pressure.
Gurley. Lot of room. Inside the 20. He is gone. Touchdown, Rams. Elliott spinning and does not get it. A chance to make it a two-possession game. Anderson says, Sean McVay, you made the right call. Touchdown, Rams. An avalanche of noise and defenders, and this is a chaotic start for the Rams on offense as Hecker will punt for the second time. Instead, he throws. Pass is caught for the first down. with Gurley. He spins for the touchdown. It's a dome silencer before the knees were down. Goff out to his right. Throws, and the pass is caught for a first down and more. That's Everett. Gerald Everett takes it into Saints territory. Play action. Goff throws. Pass to Reynolds. Spinning completion of 33.
He starts inside and they run the wheel route.
Breeze airs it out. Ginn downfield. He's got it.
Throws to the near side.
Snap. Breeze. Pass is incomplete. No flag.
Well, if Nickel Roby-Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby.
The lead. 31-yard try is good. Goff throws. Pass caught. That's Reynolds. And Reynolds is able to. Pass is caught by Woods. The kick is good.
Two best teams in the NFC cannot decide it in 4 quarters. Ball.
Here is Ingram not going down, and now Aaron Donald gets to him, and a big loss on the play. Breeze, protection breaks down, ball is up for grabs and caught, picked off by John Johnson. That ball hit at the line of scrimmage and
57-yard field goal attempt. And if Zerline hits this field goal, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl.
Bad snap. The kick is good. Rams win it.
And we didn't let that affect our preparation going into the Super Bowl.
Did you use that though?
No, not really, because
you know
what we said is, hey, this is a situation that occurred, and we're not going to allow it to be any bit of a distraction as we get ready to try to go beat the Patriots. And certainly, you can go back and look at it, and it helped our team in terms of the momentum at that point. Whether that directly affected exactly what the outcome was, like Andrew said, there was a lot of plays that occurred afterwards.
And hello again, everyone. A very pleasant good evening, and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and a Super Bowl 53 between the New England Patriots, champions of the AFC, and the NFC champion Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty. Oh, he looks like what you're supposed to, right?
What the Patriots don't have, and what most of the other NFL teams don't have, is a guy like Aaron Donald, a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Dominate. One game.
Hot hand was Anderson. Here's 3rd and 2. And they move the chains. All kinds of time for Goff, who's now flushed out. And he is smartly. Goff taken down by Hightower.
Now the Patriots need to stand up right here and stop this play action.
Here it is. Goff steps up. He's going for the big ball to the end zone. Oh, and it's knocked out of his hands.
There wasn't a Patriot within 10 yards. Jason McCourty closed quickly. That should have been 6.
Registered by that defense. 2nd and 22, and look at this pass. Way down the field and over the head of Cooks. Hightower comes back onto the field.
1st and 20, he's cut.
And he's still standing. And he's running, trying to get away.
Now you just got to hand the ball off.
Gives it to Gurley, and that loses a yard. 2nd and 10. From the 27.
Well, they're taking shots down the field now.
Blitz to the end zone, and it's intercepted at the 3-yard line.
The kick by Zerline, sailing to the uprights, and the kick is no good. And the Patriots have won their 6th Super Bowl title.
I never enabled us to get into a rhythm offensively. We didn't have any really 3rd down conversions really the whole first half, and they did a good job. And then it seemed like every time that we got a little bit of a positive play, then we'd end up having a penalty or move ourselves back. So I think a lot of it was a result of some of the things they did, but then also the play selection. I was not pleased at all with my feel for the flow of the game and kind of making some adjustments as the game unfolded and to giving ourselves a chance to have some success and put some points on the board. And, credit to them, and they did a good job, and I certainly didn't do good enough for us. But Todd is healthy, and, we just didn't really get a chance to get anybody going today offensively, and that starts with me.
MVP consideration. Last couple games didn't do anything really. 10 carries, 35 yards in the biggest game of his life today. What do you make of it?
I mean, it's brutal for the Rams. The Rams' best offensive player, hands down, is Todd Gurley. And they were able to, in the championship game, to get by with C.J. Anderson running really hard, them dominating the line of scrimmage, and that power back, it worked for them. They needed Todd Gurley's versatility and explosiveness, and to think that in the biggest game of the season, your best offensive player only touches the ball 11 times.
Whether it was through a ruthless run game, an explosive play-action attack, or a tricky backside wheel route, the Rams were dominating defenses. That is, until they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
But what do we see when Todd Gurley has not been the same? We see that he's heavily play-action dependent. There's a difference, but when people call someone a system quarterback,
have all the parts around him, whether it's Todd Gurley on offense, whether it's Woods and Kupp in the lineup, whether it's Aaron Donald and the crew on defense. As long as we have the right pieces around this guy, we're fine. So what happens? Todd Gurley's been compromised. We're hoping he comes back from his injury this upcoming week. They're clearly a different offense without him. You got guys in single coverage, wide out that can't seem to get open. You got a guy in Sean McVay. Dare I say, this league, Ryan, may have figured him out. This is a guy that's been in the league for a few years now. You know what he's bringing to the table. We've been talking about the boy genius that he is because of his youth, what he's accomplished, how it's such a deviation from what we saw under Jeff Fisher. We get all of that. But is it possible that in this league, in a division with your boy Kyle Shanahan, in a division with Pete Carroll. When you look at the rest of the guys in the National Football League, is it possible that Sean McVay may have been figured out?
Intercepted by guess who? Marcus Peters, who's back in L.A. after being traded to the Ravens. Gold wins it again.
The former face of the franchise, they found no takers, thanks in part to that lucrative contract that he signed a couple years ago, and they now have officially released Todd Gurley, no longer a member of the Los Angeles Rams. And of course, this same Todd Gurley they took in the first round, had so much success with early on. At one point, it looked like an MVP with the team, was basically the engine for their offense, and then a troubling knee injury that simply would not go away, a big-time storyline leading up to the Super Bowl a couple years back, and something that clearly limited him last year in the minds of those with the Rams. They have now informed him that he is released.
Put him on the field for me, and how do you deploy him if you're a defense coordinator?
Well, he's the type of corner. All right, there have only been a couple in the league that I've actually told my team to stay away from, okay? Mm-hmm. And one was Deion Sanders, was that type of player, all right? Mm-hmm. The other's Champ Bailey, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. So you're talking about an elite talent and the kind of guy, if you throw his way, there's a good chance it's going to go the other way.
Price of 2 first-round draft picks and a 4th-round pick in 2021 as well was just too much to pass up.
Hip injury suffered last November, and to his first pass attempt.
On 4th down, 4-man rush. Goff in trouble already. Goff is sacked.
Rams want to win now. They don't want to win next year, 5 years from now. They were trying to win now. And
Stafford is a substantial upgrade over Jared Goff. But it was a steep price to pay. And Skip, I talked to a man one time that had a lot of money and he was getting a divorce. And he looked at me dead in my eye. He said, son, there's not a price too steep to pay to get out of a relationship in which you're unhappy. This goes to show you just how unhappy the Rams were with Jared Goff. Skip, they're willing to take the highest dead cap hit in NFL history, $22 million. They were willing to do that after they just gave a guy $134 million. And we talked about this last week, Skip. It's one thing when the head coach says, offensively, we need to do some things better. Defensively, we need to do some things better. When the head coach says, we need to get better play out of the quarterback after you've given him $134 million a year and a half ago, the writing's on the wall. Les Snead said, they said, well, that's a big, lot of dead money cap hit. Les Snead said the cap can be worked.
Okay. So you're giving it a letter grade of what?
I'm going to give them a letter grade of a C. They were willing to give up 2 first-rounders. Now they go 7 years without a first-round draft pick.
Each draft, whether it's 5, 10, 12, there's a subset of number of players who may be physically just more gifted than the rest. Again, that number it changes every year, again, based probably on who was born when and when they decide to come out to school. I do think what we have found, late first, middle of the first, late, somewhere in there, depending on the year in the draft, that if you let your mathematicians and your analysts really, regress analysis and study, those players probably are very similar to players you can get in the second round as well.
You're hosting the Super Bowl, at least they're hosting the Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium next year. What do you need to see different from the quarterback position so you're hoisting the Lombardi Trophy up in that game?
Baby bet, ayy, couple racks, ayy, couple Grammys on him, couple plaques, ayy, that's a fact, ayy, throw it back, ayy, throw it back, ayy, and this one is for the champion. Ain't lost since I began, yo. Funny how you said it was the year, yo. Then I went did it again, yo. I told you long ago on the road, I got what they waiting for. Don't run from nothing, dog. Get your soul. Just tell them I ain't laying low. You was never really rooting for me anyway. When I'm back up at the top, I wanna hear you say, you don't run from nothing, dog. Get your soul. Just tell them that the break is over.
Number 1.
I don't know what to say about the Rams. I thought Kevin Clark at the Ringer nailed it. They no longer have to throw on play action. They just drop back and throw it deep. That is the advantage of Matt Stafford. I don't see the weakness. Now,
Snap was into the gut of Stafford, who airs it out for Jackson. Once again, Stafford throws, completes to Woods. Henderson. Oh, what a good run. Henderson still going. Out of Stafford end zone. Higbee caught it. Touchdown.
I mean, soft coverage, and Higbee he's the forgotten guy.
Wilson in trouble. Able to spin out of there. Not again. Stafford slings it. There's Woods. Wide open. Stafford down the middle. Cup sliding. Michelle cuts back and walks in. Touchdown, Rams. Smith throws. Pass is picked. And the drama is over. looking underneath, and he's intercepted. Oh, it's another pick for Taylor Rapp. Just get the snap off. Stafford backpedal.
Goff hit as he throws for the end zone, intercepted! Jalen Ramsey with the pick! To Matthew Stafford, he and Jared Goff with a little love for one another at the end of the day. Hugs and high fives around, and there's the head coach and his former quarterback.
Wonderful news for the Rams. 8-time Pro Bowler Von Miller headed to LA. The Rams got greedy, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So we have some breaking news here. Odell Beckham Jr. is a Ram. Yes, you are hearing me correctly.
Because the already loaded Rams got just a little more loaded, maybe a lot more, after trading for Von Miller, the 32-year-old with 4.5 sacks this year, joining a defense that already has a league-leading 25 sacks on the season.
Listen, when you have two, and I know people don't, it is exponentially harder with three. And when I say that is because they can put matchups where they team up Donald and Miller, Donald and Leonard Floyd. That becomes, they think they can find the mismatch. And let me tell you what defensive linemen and Swagoo love to do. When they find that mismatch, they're going to exploit it all day. Everybody's raising their hand to go line up over that guard, that tackle. My turn. I'm trying to get my numbers up so I can get paid too. When you have three from the Rams, this is a scary thing. That's a big pickup by the Rams.
Forget about Tampa Bay now coming back.
And Tampa Bay, you have the Cardinals sitting there, so I don't think it makes them the favorite. It makes them the favorite to talk about. I mean, you have all these superstars coming together, and if you don't win a Super Bowl, it's going to look bad. So there's now a ton of pressure on that locker room for those guys to step up and play, and it's going to be tough because
obviously Odell's a big name. He's going to want that attention as well. So it'll be interesting. Coach McVay, he's one of the best doing it. I know he'll find a way to get it done. But, just right off the bat, I'm like, I wouldn't really want to go there if I were him. But we'll see how it goes. And, I wish him the best.
Answer the question. Does it make them the favorite in the NFC?
Hell no. No, I mean, I'm squarely in Tampa's corner. It's like we're freaking out because the Rams have built this superstar team. The Bucs have had one for 2 years, and they're going to get healthier, and they're going to get AB back. And I will... 0 playoff wins for one quarterback, 7 Super Bowl wins for another. There's going to be a Stafford-Brady showdown. I would defy anyone to throw in with Stafford, and I wouldn't wonder why.
Yeah.
The pressure in the end zone. He's spinning around, doesn't want to take the safety. Instead, maybe giving up a touchdown. So this Titans defense, after getting out, they were down 14-0 to the Colts, come back and win that game on a play very much like that. Come right back here in the Rams' house. And for Stafford, boy, that's a huge mistake for him.
Yep. 4-man rush. And that's going to be picked off at the 24 by Byard for the touchdown. Man, oh, man. As Keith Jackson would say, whoa, Millie. Can you believe that? Back to back. That's 24 yards for a pick six.
Stafford bait him into that throw, and once he started winding up, that was that. Where you don't see a defense just take over a big game like this. I mean, this Titans defense is just dominating the first half.
Breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Rams receiver Robert Woods suffered a torn ACL during Friday's practice and is done for the season. Woods, the team's second option behind only Cooper Kupp. 556 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns this season. Fortunately, the Rams just signed OBJ, looking to resuscitate his career in LA. Now going to have to get him up to speed a lot sooner, with Robert Woods suffering a torn ACL, done for the rest of the year.
I asked him during pregame warm-ups how much of the playbook he now knows and what we should expect. He just smiled and said, we'll see. Steve?
All right, let's see how early and how often they go to him. Stafford's looking his way immediately, and there it is. That took about 11 seconds.
I wonder, and the other guy won't, I wonder if that's Stafford. If Stafford looks like it's great, he's fourth quarter comeback man, he's great and this and that. when the competition isn't great. You might be right, Jay. He's on a bad team, so it's not his fault. But isn't that a question out there when you look at that record against winning teams?
He ain't on a bad team now. And they're 7-2. Two of the best teams that they played, which was the Arizona Cardinals and now the Tennessee Titans, both of them at home, they walked away with L's, and the offense looks subpar.
Like Matt Stafford. But this idea that he was going to be the savior for the LA Rams, he's better than Jared Goff. But what you're seeing is what Lion fans saw for years. Great talent, not a super athlete, not wildly mobile. He's not going to spin it like Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to move around like Kyler Murray. He's clearly not the winner or pre-snap as good as Tom Brady. He's an upgrade over Jared Goff. But the idea there's this massive gap between Matt Stafford, who the media thought would change the Rams, and Carson Wentz, who everybody thought was a dubious acquisition by the Colts. I think Stafford's slightly better, but I don't see the huge gap. Aaron Rodgers missing 5 of his best players was clearly playing at a different level.
Looking at Sean McVay from across the field, he's looking at his call sheet, he's making a call, and this just feels desperate right now. I think this is early in the game to be doing this.
They hand to Henderson, and I don't think he got it.
As far as the Rams are concerned, I know you put together some tape because, that's some bad losses that they've, not that this isn't a bad loss, but the way they look, they got some problems.
Well, I'll hit the offense first. First of all, Matthew Stafford played good. He wasn't traded there and traded for and brought there to play good. I think their defense is soft, and I think their defense plays a lot of dumb football. And it was evident yesterday.
Right? Am I the only one who thinks that as they keep adding all these players and playing for now, and again, I'm all in on going for it and being all in.
Absolutely.
But they just keep getting worse.
Yeah, no, and look, I'm surprised. I thought the move was brilliant to bring in Von Miller. I did. I thought it was brilliant. Yeah. And it hasn't worked out that way.
And the Rams, this all-star lineup, they are really floundering right now. They're 2.5 games back within the division against Arizona. They play Arizona in 2 weeks. But if they don't play better than they've played the last few weeks, they may not win another game.
In that Green Bay visitors locker room after the game, there's so many things that we just want to take it one day at a time, be totally and completely present, Eric. But I think it's really all-encompassing to coaches, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody can do their job at a little bit higher level. And if we do that and we continue to just build and peak at the right times, kind of like what I was saying earlier with the Bucs, they peaked at the right time. I think they showed that they could handle some adversity that, I think a lot of people were probably counting them out after we had that game on Monday night where we won. Then they lose to the Chiefs the following week. But they had a late bye. They did a great job of rallying the troops and peaking at the right time. So we're really just focused on what we can control right now. And
Still Snoop Dogg and D.I.
Guess who's back?
Still doing that shit, Andre?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Check me out. It's still Dre Day, AK. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Ladies, they pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off. How? My last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say raps change. They wanna know how I feel about it.
You ain't up on pace.
Dr. Dre is the name. I'm ahead of my game. Still puffin' my leaf. Still with the beats. Still not loving police. Still rock my khakis with a cuff and a crease. Still got love for the streets, reppin' 213. Still the beats bang, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change. Still
I'm representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still
hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. It's the DRE.
I'm representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still
hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. It's the DRE. Since the last time you heard from me, I lost some friends. Well, hell, me and Snoop, we dipping again. Kept my ear to the streets, signed Eminem. He's triple platinum, doing 50 a week. Still, I stay close to the heat, and even when I was close to defeat, I rose to my feet. My life's like a soundtrack I wrote to the beat. Street rap like Cali weed, I smoke till I'm sleep. Wake up in the AM, compose a beat. I bring the fire till you're soaking in your seat. It's not a fluke, it's been tried, I'm the truth. Since turn out the lights from the world-class wrecking crew, I'm still at it, after mathematics. In the home of drive-bys and acmatics, swap meets, sticky green and bad traffic. I dip through, then I give you the DRE.
I'm representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still
hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. It's the DRE.
I'm representing for them gangsters all across the world.
Still
hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat, and I still got love for the streets. It's
I think
the
the
DRE.
two best games I've seen any team in the NFL play this year, there's an argument to be made. The Rams were in both of them. They hosted the world champion Buccaneers. Remember that game earlier at SoFi? And they undressed the Buccaneers. They averaged like 7 yards a play. We came back that following Monday. We're like, what was that? Matt Stafford's unbelievable. And then last night, now there was a game where the Packers went to Arizona that I was blown away with, but I would say 2 of the 3 games this year in the NFL where I was just jaw-dropping, like coaching, defense, offense, playmaking. Rams were in 2 of them. And so at their best, they destroyed the Buccaneers and went to Arizona and completely dominated that game last night. I don't care what the score was. They completely dominated that game. Last night, the Rams find out within a 24-hour period, yeah, your number 2 running back, your number 1 tight end, you're the best corner in football, your right tackle, they can't make the trip, they can't play. What, excuse me? And both the Packers and the Rams missing all sorts of starters. A lot of them, they didn't have time to prepare, go to Arizona, and in both instances, the Cardinals sort of unraveled.
Yeah, now if you're Baltimore, now you got to start using your timeouts. But look at this hands catch. Odell Beckham is one.
Stafford rolls, throws, end zone.
Jordan Fuller of the Rams is hurt out. So the Rams need some safety help. And they reached out to Eric Weddle, and he's in.
First down and 10. Back to Akers. Cardinals rushing just 3. There's Tyler Higbee.
On the fade route and then go over top of him and pull it. Stafford, here you're seeing the end of the play and you're seeing the pinpoint throw, but he did a great job of reading Budda Baker.
And there's another example of that. Cam Akers. That's Michelle, top of your screen. They split him out. Stafford to throw. Scott Beckham again. Rams pressure is picked up. Kyler. Did he get rid of it? It's intercepted. Rams bring some pressure. Get it out to Moore quickly. And he is upended. Von Miller. Now people stop talking about that. Here's Odell Beckham Jr. He wants to throw it. Got a man down the sideline. It's Cam Akers. Odell Beckham Jr. Here's Stafford. Loads up, middle of the field for Van Jefferson. On the money.
Bullets will be playing next Sunday against San Francisco. Start from the 40-yard line. Rolling, loves that play. Cup. He loses the ball, and that's exactly what Tampa needed here. Fournette. He's in there. That big break back, and then they have a snap over the head of Stafford, and the Bucs are going to pick it up.
If the Rams somehow give this game away, it will be an unbelievable sequence of errors that have kept the Bucs in this game.
2nd and 6. Akers, stop. 3rd down and 7. Stafford has to flip it out to the side here. That's Sony Michel.
Have mounted a furious rally from down 27-3. 3 divisional games have been played this weekend. They've all been decided on walk-off winners.
42 seconds, one timeout. 42 seconds, one timeout. Get points right here. Come on. Let's go, man. Right here. Right here. Come on.
First 7 points of this NFC Championship, but the 49ers have scored 17 unanswered.
Come on, guys. 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 Come on. Come on. Gonna be a hell of a story, baby. Come on. Gonna be a hell of a story, baby. Let's go.
3rd down and 1. Stafford, end zone, Cup. Got it. Touchdown, Rams.
And start feeding the running game,
which they do, and it doesn't work. Play made in the backfield is Eric Weddle.
Feeling the pressure tonight.
Stafford airs it out. Jefferson downfield. He's picked. No, drop. He cannot believe it. What an opportunity for the 49ers. It doesn't pan out. And now Beckham. Stafford throws. Pass caught. Cup. Still rumbling. Cup down to the 12. Plenty of noise by the home crowd. Garoppolo. Pass caught by Jennings, and he can't make a move.
To make Jimmy Garoppolo beat you at your picks.
A lot of money was spent on this defense. You have 2 guys worth $100 million. You brought in Von Miller. You paid Leonard Floyd. It's time for these guys to show up.
Need all that noise, baby. Need all that. Need all that.
Well, here we go again. You got it where you wanted. Play great coverage. Know that they're going to try to get the ball to Kittle up the seam.
Garoppolo under pressure. Donald got there in the air. Intercepted by the Rams.
He's wrapped up. He flips it forward. It's tipped. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. It's intercepted. Aaron Donald got pressure on Garoppolo.
Okay, you worked so hard. Perception versus reality, right? We know what you're all about. Go put on a show for us today. Put on a show. You don't know which rep it'll be. Make every rep like it's your last, bro. Because we're going to need it. And when we play our best, they don't got a shot. Let's be great, huh? Let's go.
Finally, the Super Bowl has come back to Los Angeles.
West Coast, make some noise!
Rams begin the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 56, trailing 20-16. It's still a 4-point lead for the Bengals, who have the football.
Here's a handoff, and the Bengals' run defense is incredible. Another tackle for loss back at the 40-yard line.
He's giving up on the run at this point? Yeah.
Guys, I'm not running the ball anymore.
Right now for Sean McVay, the pressure really shifts to him personally because he's out of weapons. He is going to have to get so creative here to win this football game.
What a postseason this has been. I've never seen the NFL hotter after these last 6 postseason games. What do we set up for here? 6:13 to go, 4-point game. Rams start from the 21-yard line. Caught. 4th and 1. Cup, he's going to get it, and more to the 37. They go no huddle to the outside. Stafford caught on the run. Cup, who else? Final play before the 2-minute warning. On the ground, Akers this time finds the perfect time to finally do something on the ground.
This is going to be your game winner right here, buddy. Tell Cooper to go to the outside location here, Matthew. Hey, let's go, man. This is to win the Super Bowl. Let's go.
Bengals 20, Rams 16.
Turbo's in.
Stafford from under center, throws the fade.
Pass. Cop! Got it. Touchdown.
Touchdown,
I love you, man. Whatever happens, I love you. That's a big time drive.
15 plays, 79 yards. Matthew Stafford's done it again.
In a pressure situation, I don't know if I have ever seen anybody be better than Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
I told you like 8 months ago, we got 2 minutes ago to win the Super Bowl. Sign on that. Oh, yeah.
Aaron Donald wanted that ring. This is your time.
Hey, what else? What else could you want? What else could you want? Right now, let's go. Let's go. Hey, Aaron, this is the moment. Right now.
To gain about 10 more yards to be within field goal range, but first things first, they need to gain 1.
World championship right here. Aaron Donald's going to make a play.
The football gods only do this right. They're going to give Aaron Donald a chance to end this game, to win a ring, to cement his legacy.
Burrow to throw for it. He's hit. He flings it away on 4th down. Aaron Donald got there.
Yeah! Yeah! I knew it! I knew it! We would make the play! World champs! Great job! We're world champs! Yes, sir! We're world champs! I knew you would make that play! We're world champs! I knew you would make that play!
What's the immediate feeling you've got right now?
I'm just so happy. I wanted this so bad. I dreamed this, man. I dreamed this.